Are you thinking about insurance? At Aquin Financial Services, we do auto, life, home, health, and business. Again, we do auto, life, home, health, and business. At Aquin Financial Services, we protect your most valuable assets. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to you. I want to say thank you for taking the opportunity to take your time out of your busy day to watch this live today. And basically what we're going to be talking about is the continuations of last week episode. So today we're going to be talking about auto insurance. So remember, our main aiming is financial services. So financial services, auto insurance is part of your finance. So we're going to talk about auto. So today, we're going to focus on car insurance. We're going to dive in a little bit just to make sure you get a little bit of more in-depth understanding of what's going on. So why do we need car insurance? So remember, car insurance is, the purpose of it is for you to protect your assets, okay? So car insurance, you pay the premium, in return, the company will help you in case you get into an accident. There are three things to consider. These are the possibilities, okay? First, you have medical coverage, okay? In case you get into an accident or happen, they will cover your medical costs, or also they will also cover your, I just say medical costs, your lost wages and rehab if you have to go to rehab in case you got hurt, and of course, for God's sake, the worst were to happen, they're going to cover your funeral expenses. So keep those in mind. Second, you have the liability portion, which is the legal obligations in case you are getting sued. You have to go to, if you're getting sued, going through the litigation process. And we do also have what we call property damage. And these would be on your medical, in your liability parts, okay? And then the next part is property. And property is basically covered. If you have theft, and you have damages to your vehicle, and of course, if they stole it. So this would cover on the property section. So remember, those three sections, it's basically property coverage, liability, and medical. Once you have all these section cover under your auto insurance policy, you're technically set. So the next part, I'll tell you that you need to be aware of how much would it cost you. How much would it cost to have insurance, okay? First and foremost, for you, what I think you should take into account is the vehicle that you're getting insurance for, is it your car? Is it your car? Or is it a note? Are you making payment? And how much of car insurance do I need? Okay, so most people doesn't know. They just know that they need car insurance. And of course, if I get to a car insurance, how much damage can I afford in my own? Okay. All right. Now let's go a little bit deeper. Now, if the vehicle is yours, you can afford to put a little bit less coverage. Now, if it's not yours, if it's being financed, you gotta have company collision regardless, because the finance company gonna require it, and of course, sometimes they do even require you to get a little bit of gap in case it still doesn't have enough coverage. And of course, the next thing to consider is the premium. How much is the insurance going to cost you to have certain vehicles? First, consider your age. The younger you are, the more expensive your insurance is, especially if you're a young male. It's going to be a skyrocket. And if you're a female, it's going to be lower compared to. And of course, driving history. The longer of a driving history that you have, the cheaper your premium is. And of course, how's your credit? So some people don't really care about credit, but you need to consider if you getting insurance, you need to have your credit on point. So some of the insurance company will check your credit to see if you're a trustworthy person. And of course, the zip code that you lived in, the car that you're driving. So the zip code play a big role. If the zip code that you are in has a lot of claims on it, of course, it's gonna go a lot higher. And if the car that you're driving is a fast car, one of these expensive luxury car, of course the premium gonna be a lot more. So make sure you do your due diligence before you buy a car. What I usually tell my clients is, if you're gonna go buy a car, before you sign the contract, okay? Look into the cars. We can give me your information. I'll run a quote for you, just to make sure you'll know if this car you could pay 180, this car you pay 200, this car you pay 300. So it's gonna be very based on the type of car. And one of the high, I know you guys may know this, the top stolen cars in America is a Honda. Honda is one of the top one, okay? Honda Accord. So just be aware. So due to the fact that it's a top stolen car, of course the insurance premium gonna be high, because your chances of getting steal is much higher. Okay, now also don't forget to, just because you are paying a premium for your auto insurance, okay? Just because that you are paying a premium, it doesn't mean you're not gonna contribute to certain part of the certain part of the event. Let's say you got into an accident. There's what we call deductible. It could go as low as $0 out of pocket. So if you have a zero deductible, your premium is much higher. The higher your deductible is, the lower the premium is. That plays a role. I mean, just so you understand. So we can have a zero deductible, $100 deductible, $250 deductible, $500 deductible, $750, also even $1,000 deductible. Now, for example, let's say you have a vehicle. Your vehicle is worth about $10,000. Now, and you got into an accident. Your deductible, let's say, is about $1,000. If you get into an accident, your deductible is about $1,000. What's gonna happen? The company will pay you. The company will pay you. You would have to pay that $1,000. The $1,000 is gonna come out of, if your car is worth about $12,000, for instance, they will take $1,000 off of that $12,000, and if the vehicle worth about $12,000, they'll give you $11,000. So due to the fact that your $1,000 deductible. So what we'll do, we'll just make these little segments when it comes to these shows. When we talk about life insurance, when we talk about auto insurance, we do make the segments very simple and not long. So this is the first part of the segment, and the second part is coming within the next 5 minutes. We are happy to have you, and thank you for taking your time out of your busy to watch us.
Need life insurance? Then contact our professional and friendly team to learn more about our range of custom and tailored services designed to suit your exact needs. Every one of our professionals have acquired years of experience, which ensures you get the very best. Our experienced staff are waiting to hear from you and to answer any specific questions that you may have on how we can meet your needs. Just ask for a consultation and let us prove our commitment to you, as we promise to maintain the highest level of quality and commitment. Your satisfaction is our prime concern. So please don't hesitate to get in contact with us and let us show you all the great options we have.
Yes, thanks again. Thank you for having us, and you are now back at Aquin Financial Services. We are talking about insurance, and remember what we talked about so far is basically the car insurance and the 3 types of coverage, and of course deductibles, and we talk about premiums and ages, what affect your premiums, and of course, we also give you an example of how deductible works. Now, the second phase that we're going to talk about is how to get insurance. Okay, how do you get insurance? There's numerous numbers of ways to go about getting insurance nowadays. You can go online. That's the first options. Everybody nowadays has a cell phone or a laptop or a desktop computer. You log in, you get your, you search for a quote, you get a quote. Now, second phase is you can either call a local agent like me or our office. One of the agent will go ahead and take your phone, they take your information and digest it and give you a quote. And third, or you can either call any company over the phone, they'll go ahead and give you a quote. Now, the problem is that when you go online, I mean, the good part of when you go online, you don't have to talk to anyone. You just sit at your own leisure. You don't have to be disturbed. You just go ahead and sit and do what you do at your ease. Now, the difference is sometimes the information that you as the client may not be 100% because there's some of the information you may miss, some of the credit you may not be able to know how to look for them because there's certain places you may not know what characteristic this goes into. So it does have a little a difference on how to go about getting it in your own. So I would always encourage you, if you're not too quite sure on how to go about getting it, contact an agent, and so you can get your maximum use of your money. So now remember, when you do get a car, get your auto insurance policy, you're gonna get your ID card. The ID card I would always recommend that you keep it with you. Or some people don't want to print paper; they keep it in the phone. But the other problem with the phone is if the phone die for that day, it's a bad day. You got into an accident. The police will ask you for your insurance. You may not have it in handy, so that's where the problem takes place. So always try to have a copy of your auto insurance policy in your car in the glove compartment, or have it on top of your head. If any day you would need to use it, so you know where to get it. Now, next part is the car insurance, car accident part. Okay, it's this part is very crucial. This is the nitty-gritty part. What I said, if you got into a car accident, there's a lot of things that you need to consider. If it is, before you do anything, do not move. That's what I say to everyone. Do not move. Because if you move the car from the position of where it was to another one, you don't want to say that, okay, you don't want to show that you were at fault. So do not move the car, just stop exactly where it is. If it's not major, okay? If it's not major, you can move the car to the side of the road and wait for a police officer. Now, what I say also, do not leave the scene. People think it's okay to just leave a scene just because they don't have insurance. You actually make it worse. You do hit and run. And hit and run is a serious issue. Just because you didn't pay your insurance or you forgot to pay the insurance, do not run. If you run, they will track you down, they will go to your house, they will find you. Because you don't know how many people that already take your tag, you don't know how many people that already take a picture of you, of the vehicle. Do not run. I really am, do not run, because it's not something that you want in your record. So if it's not a serious accident, move to the side. Now also, if it's not a serious accident, what you may want to do, you may want to exchange information, okay? Exchange information with your driver and have them write a statement, okay? Write a statement, take a picture ID of the driver license, take a picture ID of the damage that was caused to your vehicle. Just so if anything were to happen, if they were to come back and say, oh, I didn't know about this, so you know, since it wasn't serious at the beginning and they're trying to go back because nowadays everybody want to sue. So at least you can go back and say, hey, this was our conversation. And better yet, if you want to record it or videotape it, you should do that as well, because Why not? Because you have to make sure you protect your own self, because that's what they do these days. Now, the second phase is if the accident is very serious, do not take any chances of trying to exchange information to get repair damage. Just call the police, have them create a police report for you. And of course, you're gonna go back. You're still gonna take the picture of the vehicle. You're still gonna take still do the same thing, same process, exchange information, and no worries. Of course, the police will call a tow company to come tow the car for you to put it on a tow company. Well, in that case, which is gonna incur a little bit of fees, and of course, the other thing is, I hate to say this one, do not hurry up, say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I know this is a little bit more irrelevant to say at this point, or it's not too sensitive, but don't admit to say, okay, hey, it's my fault. I mean, it's clearly, if it's your fault, they will say that it's your fault. You don't have to go ahead and spit out it was your fault. And of course, once all that done, okay, if you're able to work it out with the other guy, great, because what's gonna happen, I can tell you what the good side, but if you are able to work it out, if it's not a serious accident, you will avoid from having your insurance premium avoided from going up. Your premium and his premium. And other part of it is, I've had people that already had 2 accidents, right? If the person had 2 accidents and they just got another one and they at fault, most likely if they have the money, they're willing to pay you right on the spot if they have the money, so they can leave it. Because what's gonna happen is, most likely they can't get another. They will find another company, but it will be an arm and a leg to get insurance. So do your best. I know I don't I keep saying it. I don't know how much you emphasize it. Do as much as you can to avoid an accident. Do as much as you can to avoid making a claim. Some of the claims are very petty. I'm sorry to say it, but it's the truth. Some claim for $300 or $400 or $500 claim. If you can pay it, just pay it. You know why? Because at the end, on the long run, it's better for you. Because when you get into a serious accident, they will see that you do have a need for it. Not a $300 claim, which you can easily pay. So if it's something that you can pay, instead of you having to call the insurance to having that goes into a record as a claim person, remember, the more claim you have, the much more expensive that it becomes for them to insure you. So you want to stay away from claim as much as possible. I mean, listen, if you want to give them money, give them money. All right, now, other part is, remember I said to call the police. Do not hesitate to call the police, because you do want to have an authority presence in the case, to make sure everything is recorded legally, in case the person were to come back and say they don't know you, because you have people that say they didn't know anything about it. They're trying to pretend like they never know. And again, like I said, take pictures of the damage, exchange information. Of course, get the person's name, get a picture of the driver license, very important, and phone numbers. And you need to get the insurance information. Take pictures of the insurance information, and the making model of the vehicle. Although it's gonna have all that information, double check it. It's best to have more information than have less information. And of course, another important part, if there is anyone on the side that assists of seeing what happened throughout the accident, take them as your witness. If they want to be a witness, do not hesitate to take that person's information, because they come very, very, very handy. Okay? So, yes, extremely important. Witness is the key. Not just you talking, but if you have someone to help you back it up, you can't go wrong at that point. Now, last but not least, we're going to talk about filing a claim. Okay, it's a very short part. And filing a claim is basically, you're going to call the company, and they have a claim department that will go ahead and go through the process with you, and from the beginning to the end. What they will do, once you file the claim, you're going to make a statement of what happened. The other person is going to do the same thing. Once you file your claim, the claim adjuster will go through they will contact you too, and they'll find out when you're home, so they can, oh, where's the vehicle? Has it been towed? What location is it? And do you need a rental? All these arrangements gonna be taking place while you going through that phase. And again, no one wants to go through an accident. And if it happened to you, I'm sorry, because it's not something that it's it's not pleasant. All right, and of course, your local agent on the area will help you go through the phase as well. Or if you need help, if you need assistance, they will help you throughout it. And I'm sorry to tell you, although you may be going through difficulties, remember your insurance may go up. Yeah, your insurance may go up because don't forget Florida is a no-fault states. So even if it's not your fault, your insurance policy may go up. And also it depends, some companies do give forgiveness, accident forgiveness. They just let you slide for the first one. And someone within, they used to wait throughout the process until it's finished. Now I'm seeing that the insurance, some of the insurance premium goes within 2 months. I mean, it's sad, but the reality is it does happen, and you make sure avoid accident. I don't know. It's not. No one wants to get into an accident, guys. I'm sorry to keep saying avoid accident. Of course. How do you avoid accident? Let me say that, because this is gonna be the last part. Don't text while you're driving. Do not text, because this is the #1 thing that's killing a lot of people in America right now. A lot of us are texting while we what? Driving. Do not text. I don't know. Do not text. Why text? Put the phone on silent. How important is it? Okay, listen to this. How important is it that text really is to you in your health? I'm gonna be a little bit dramatic here. How important is that text? Losing a leg, losing your arm, or having to go lay in the hospital for a couple of months, to be in a coma. How important is it? Tell me. Think about it. If it's that important, while you're driving, you want to text, just pull over. Protect your own self and protect other people around you. Because I think if you're driving around 45 to 50 miles per hour, 3 seconds would be like a football field. You're traveling within 3 seconds without looking. 3 seconds, it takes that long. You travel a football field, which is 100 what? 100 yard within 3 seconds. Is it really that important to you? Pull over, text, or put the phone on silence. One of the leading causes of people dying now is car accident due to someone was texting. Heck, forget everything that I said, but remember this. If you love yourself enough, if you love your family enough, do not text while you're driving. And the other part is, as for less others, is watching a video while you're driving. That can wait too. Do it at your own leisure of time. That can wait. The other one is driving and drinking. You become impaired. Don't drink and drive. Last but not least, speed limit. We're all guilty of it. You could speed on 95 or Turnpike, not the city, but the chances of you getting into an accident in the city is much higher than the highway. So I'm not encouraging anyone to go ahead and do speeds, but do your best to do the speed limit, or if yet, put the car on cruise control and worry about your brakes at that point, so you don't worry about it. Guys, thank you for taking the time to watch the videos, and I hope you take a lesson from it, and I hope it helps, and I hope it helps you become a better person and taking better decisions. And remember, if you do have any questions, go on our website, waycheapinsurance.com, or you can call our company at 561-290-4661, 954-548-6041. We are here to help you save money and protect your most valuable assets. Thank you and have a great day. Done.